There we go. Get myself adjusted here. Hello, everyone. On this Sunday morning, we got back from vacation yesterday, and I originally put myself still on vacation today because I wasn't sure how much stuff we were going to have to do when we got back from streaming. Back from vacation. But I decided to go ahead and pop in here and join you guys this morning. I hope everyone had an awesome week. Yes, very true. Especially since the next couple weeks, there's also going to be days that, hello, there's also going to be days that get missed and rearranged. So I'll talk about that a little bit today. We're going to put it in the Discord as well. But the next couple weekends in May are going to be a little busy too. There's going to be some days getting missed, possibly getting put on different days. We will see. Um, but anyway, let's get started. So I saw a while back that they did the sale update. So I guess we're going to see how that works. Get on in here and once again, since this is only the second time I'm using my new headset and microphone, please let me know if something's too soft or too loud, and we can see if we can make some adjustments. I am loving being wireless though. The freedom is nice. As much as I love my Turtle Beach, I definitely made a fatal mistake there by having a wired headphone set. That was a terrible idea on my part. I should have known better. I'm hoping maybe I can unkink the cord and use those elsewhere, perhaps. But we shall see. Let's see. Those look okay. We'll do one of those. Two of those. Those. Let's see. But yes, I hope everyone had a good week. We had what I like to call a relaxed vacation. A relaxed staycation, if you will. So we went somewhere and rented a place for the week. Give me just a second. I'm so sorry. um, Rented a place for the week, and we didn't do as much activity stuff as we had planned because unfortunately, where we went, the summer stuff, which is what they're kind of known for activity wise, a lot of it didn't open or doesn't open until I think the last week of May. So a lot of the stuff wasn't open, but I kind of knew that might be the case. But I wanted to go up where we went because it's someplace we went on vacation before. Um, and I wanted to go up there a little earlier. Originally, we were going to go in April, but it just didn't work out. I wanted to go up there a little earlier in the year because last time we went, I think it was like July, August. It was like peak summer temperatures. And there was a couple things we tried to do outside, and Spirit knows this, but I am like extremely heat temperature sensitive. It's bad. And it doesn't matter if I have water on me, if I have shade, like that helps a little bit, but it just kind of prolongs the inevitable. I can't remember what it's called, if it's called heat exhaustion or heat sickness. I don't remember. But I get very physically ill, like throw up ill, dizzy ill. And I didn't want to I didn't want to experience that uh at this place. So we tried to pick a time when it would be cooler. And of course, the week we decided to go in May is the week that the temperatures jumped up to the 80s, and while they've been in the 70s, but still not bad. Okay, they're starting to get stuff. And then I get the whoops. Did I check these? I think I did. But yeah, so we just had a little staycation, and we did a couple activity things, but we kind of just chilled, relaxed, and went out to eat at some places that we wanted to check out, or not recruit much yet, which sounds kind of boring, but every once in a while I feel like that's okay. Have a little staycation. Well, that's not really a staycation, but just have a little relaxation where you don't make yourself do a bunch of stuff if you don't want to. One of these years, I know Prometheus and I were talking about it, we'll do a staycation. Because we were talking about it and we were like, that might be a good way to get some stuff done around the house, like projects, if we just took a week of vacation and just planned to do things. So maybe at one point. We'll see. I really have to fight myself on that one because it feels, I don't want to say wrong, but I don't know. It feels weird to take vacation time and not actually go somewhere. You know what I mean? But we'll see. We shall see. Oops. I can't wait to see how this sale thing works. Oh, that's awesome. Hopefully those are going well. I loved my college experience, but I'm glad to be finished, I will say. Although I know Prometheus, and I looked some to a degree, but looked for stuff to maybe like degrees or classes to supplement some of our things, but I don't know if there's anything I can think of that would work for that or that would interest me. Yeah, staycations can be a good way to unwind and, like I said, get stuff done. Yeah, yeah, that's why Prometheus was looking, because if I'm remembering correctly, his school that he got his degree from got unaccredited, which sucks. So that's why he was looking into stuff. My problem is, like, my art degree is a Bachelor of Arts degree, and I definitely don't work in arts right now. I use that as like my side job, you could say, but I don't actually actively use it in my main job. And so then I think to myself, well, if I did some supplemental thing, would I want to do something that has to do with my job? I don't know. I don't know if I would or not, because I kind of landed in the field I'm in by accident, you could say. Because I would say I ended up where I am now because of the last job that I had, and I just kind of ended up in that niche. Niche is the word I wanted. Um, and now I'm here, and it's one of those things where it's like I understand it, so that's good. Yeah, I might definitely have to talk about that because that's a money discussion. That's the only bad thing too about trying to do that stuff when you're an adult is monies. Monies. Oh, let's see. Slowly getting all this stuff in here. What is that? Potato. Oh, nope, this is extra potato. Let's go over here. I'll have to check the computer too because I don't know if any of the sale stuff is in there. I don't know what size package eggs these are. I'm assuming it's this one. Nope. You? No. No. What eggs are you? Um, I'm gonna hold on to these. So I'm not sure what's happening there. I mean, I already kind of do stuff on the side, so I can't think of anything I would be doing in place of this. Um, I would probably, which not that we don't need to spend more time on it, but I imagine uh, the little business type situation Spirit and I are trying to get going, I might spend a little more time on than I do, but I can't think of anything I'd be doing in place of this. Because I do like the artsy stuff. I like doing the stuff. My problem is I just have to be struck with the inspiration for it, is my thing. Okay, I think we pretty much got everything packaged, put out. That's what I meant. You go back here and turn on the light. I'm so sorry. I have a mute button, but I'm still working on actually hitting the button because it's on like all my buttons. When I had my Turtle Beach, I had like a little dongle on the cord so I could see all my buttons. And now all my buttons are like behind my ear. So if I don't want to remove my entire headset, I kind of have to feel around back there. Da, da, da. Ma'am, I think you have a yarn addiction. You have so much yarn already, my friend. We combined have so much yarn. Oh, that's a good point. I could put a mute button on my stream deck. Yes. Just a bit? I think it's more than just a bit, girl. It's definitely an addiction. We're gonna have to send you to like Yarn Lovers Anonymous. Okay, that's behind me. I mean, she's getting there. At this point, she's real close. Yeah, but you always say that, ma'am. Like every time I talk to you, you're like, "Oh, I got yarn, but it was on sale." I feel like that's justification for an addiction. Oh yeah, I was gonna check the computer. That's right. I was gonna peek at the computer, see if there's anything new. I have noticed with the last couple updates that this game's a little jerky now, and my avatar is a little jerky now when we play this. Music player. Okay. Let me see. Market. Vehicles we saw last time. So I knew about that. But yeah, how does the sale thing work? I guess I'll have to see if there's like instructions or something. Ah, there's a new product license that's just produce. Let me see here. Ah, okay. So it's in the thing. Interesting. All right. Hmm. Holy crap, that's a significant difference. There we go. We'll mark that down a smidgen because that was ridiculously high. Okay. Okay, he's getting helped. I was gonna say. Oh no, we're out of hand soap. Did I forget to buy hand soap? I don't remember if I bought hand soap. We might have to get more hand soap. But yeah, I hate that my avatar is jerky on this game now. Because it wasn't like that before. Oh yeah, probably. Hmm. Ding! Okay. Buy all the stuff. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. There we go. Da 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 da. Okay. I was pulling up a little viewer thing to see if I can figure out because I don't know if it's the games or my computer. But there we go. I don't want to be moving choppy for y'all. Go ahead and close the store so we can get these people out of here. Oh man. While this is finishing, I said I was going to talk about the rest of May. So, um, this next weekend that's coming up, we'll be out of town Friday evening and Saturday. So that may not affect anything, maybe, because we're planning to be back Sunday. I'm going to say maybe tentatively because I don't know what time we're going to be back. So I will try to put a message up on the Discord on Sunday if I will not be streaming. Worst case scenario, it will probably be a different time. It won't be um, as early in the morning as it normally would be. Um, so, whoop, get him. So there is that. Um, and then let me pull up a calendar while these people are getting checked out. Yeah. And then um, the weekend of the 31st, I will be out of town again. So that will be a weekend where I will just be gone, and uh, and the Monday will probably be affected as well. So I will put more detail out, like I mentioned, but that's just kind of a prelim of the scheduling. And like I said, I may try to pick a couple these next couple weeks, pick a couple different days than I would normally stream to maybe get a couple streams up for you guys so that you have something while I am gone, since I won't be gone as quite long of a stretch as we were being on vacation. So we're gonna try to do that. Let's see. We made some profit, looks like. Okay. See, income, sales, play costs. Okay. Perfect. Okay. I'm kind of tempted to get that other produce package, but I just don't know where I'm going to put the baskets. Hmm. Hmm. Might be about time to retire this shelf. Just a second here. Oh my goodness. I don't know why I have little coughs today, guys. Good lord. Ugh. Why does that always seem to happen too? I have not coughed all morning. And then it's time to get on here with you guys, and suddenly my throat's like, time to cough. Time to cause a scene for myself. Okay. I'm gonna wait on the sushi. Because that stuff be expensive. Is that that? Yeah. That's that. But yes, I hope everyone has been having a good week and being chill, enjoying the continued temperatures that seem to be getting better. Although I will say, we're getting to the point in the year where it's going to start getting hot. Not my favorite. God, those are so expensive. Those must be like some awesome dishwasher tabs, because my God. Okay. Need more of that. We'll get one of those. Let's see. Need some more tea. Spaghetti. Yeah, me too. I would like the slightly cooler temperatures to stay around a smidgen longer. Like if our summers could be like just like I wish our peak temperature would be like 75 for summer. That would be awesome. Oh, cuz I could deal with that. But unfortunately living here it gets hot hot and it also gets cold cold. So the only time we are semi comfortable, I feel like, is when it's spring or fall in that little niche period where uh it's like right in between. Oh no. Otherwise it's just too hot or too cold. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I'm talking to you guys and Googling stuff at the same time. But yeah, I would like to figure out my laggy issue on some of these games because I'm in talks to potentially, which we'll see because I don't want to waste her time if I'm not ready, but I'm in talks potentially to have a custom avatar made. So if that be the case, I don't want her to be laggy for y'all at all. Okay. Hopefully, eventually, I'll be able to find some. Which, here's my problem. Well, hopefully, if we get a new blue, um, she will just be a fancier version of the current blue. She'll just be a little more custom and hopefully a little more smooth. Um, but yeah, I hate to. We're bouncing ideas because I hate to waste the artist's time because my problem is a money factor, and not only the money factor, but I just think to myself, is that something I should wait to do until I'm bigger, where it would make sense to have a custom one, or should I just go ahead and do that and start, branding my identity now, if you will. So it's tough. But luckily, this artist really chill because it's the artist that did Prometheus's avatar. Um, so she's very chill, very cool. I am just very like money conscious of things, especially when it's things that are, a luxury and not something I have to pay for. I'm just like, do I have the money or do I think I'm going to have the money to commit to this endeavor, Um, so that is the question. Because I think some of the other stuff, since it's more image related, because I'm an artist too, and that's the other tough thing. Like the artist in me is like, surely I could teach myself to make my own avatar, but as I've said before, like other than digital drawing, I would say digital art is not my forte. That is not what I trained in. So, and I am not super good with technology and code and things. Um, so it's just not my expertise area. So I probably definitely need some help. Although I will say in the future, I think, you know, when we become affiliate and we have like emotes and we have subscribers and stuff, um, as far as like that kind of stuff, I might try to make that stuff myself because that's more of a vein that I'm comfortable with. But but yes, hopefully if we get a new blue, she'll just be a fancier version of this blue. Was there another? Oh yeah, it's over here. We are. We're so close. Like our one thing, which I know we're trying to get that up on. Um, our one thing we're missing, like I said, is the what is that called? The average. I think it's the average chatters per stream or whatever that is. We have to have an average of three. And there was one stream we did before I went on vacation that bumped that average up to 2.6, so it's higher than it was. Um, but yeah, we have to we have to get it up to three, uh, and hold that level, uh, to be there. So that is the one thing, because we are a small community at the moment. So we have some dedicated folks that come in and try to come in every time there's a stream and chat and engage, and we just need a few more people to join that community. And I know I need to get better because I would like to have, which I also think would be really helpful, but I think it'd just be nice to be in a little group of folks. I would love to be one of those streamers that has like a little group of streamers that, regularly collab and regularly do like group streams together and stuff. And, you know, and get us out there to a bigger audience, cuz it's been forever since we've ever been like rated and stuff like that. And I know people come and hang out, and I have no problem with people hanging out and not talking. That's not what I'm saying at all, cuz I totally understand. Sometimes you just want to listen. Sometimes you just want to have us in the background or watch us play the game or whatever, and you don't want to talk. And I totally get that, and I welcome those people as well. Um, but yeah, my problem is I am so very shy. Even though there's probably a couple streamers that you know are friends with me, or we mutually follow each other, that if I asked, they'd probably be like, "Oh yeah, sure, we can do something." Um, and I just haven't built up the courage to do so. So we're gonna have to work on that. Yeah, absolutely. I have no problem with that, because I know some people, they lurk for a reason, and they don't want to be like called out or put on the spot for it. And I totally get it. And I'm totally fine with that. Because that's my thing. Like, I want us to get there, but I never would want to get out of here and be like, if you're in here watching this stream, I expect you to talk or get out. Like, that's not cool. Because I, as someone that also watches streams and stuff sometimes, or YouTube videos or whatever, as background noise, I totally understand. And I would feel totally stressed if I was like lurking in a stream and got called out for it. Kind of like getting called on in class when you weren't prepared to answer a question. I don't want that. I don't want anything to do with that. So we're not going to force people to do that here. you know because once we get to affiliate level, I won't give a toot about the average talkers and whatnot. Why did I order so much of this? I probably won't even look at that statistic regularly, to be honest. The only reason I'm hyper aware of it right now is just because of that fact. So that's it. But we're just about hanging. That's all we're doing. Yeah, exactly. And I feel like that happens with some streamers too. Like, they want to make sure you're paying attention to them, and it's just like some people just use you for ambiance, for background. And it's not that they don't care, but they may not be have their 100% attention on you, because like I said, I do background noise. I'll play videos and stuff when I work, and like I can hear it actively, but my main attention is focused on something else. um I don't think so. Like, because my face is laggy, but the game doesn't appear to be at the moment. I don't know if Spirit or Prometheus or whoops are getting any lags aside from my avatar, but we'll see if they pop in and say anything seems to be going on. But I don't think so. Hmm. Oh yeah, thank you. Yep. We'll see if either of my mods pop up and say they're experiencing any issues. but I don't think so at the moment that I am aware. We'll see. Yep, yep. Is the game lagging for you too, Demi, or is it just me that's lagging? Because if it's me lagging, that might be normal, unfortunately. But I will say, like I said, there are times where the game kind of lags for a second. But we'll keep an eye on it. Okay. Just move out of their way. Let's chill for a minute and see if that helps. I'll stop moving. The game, yeah, yeah. That could be the game itself. But let's stop for a minute and just see. Because I have noticed that since they've done like the last, I would say 2 or 3 updates. I don't know if anyone else that plays has experienced it, but I have noticed some lag in the movement and stuff sometimes. So I'm wondering if that has to do uh with the updates going in. Like maybe the game's getting a little bit too fancy. Because for the longest time, I never had any lag in this game at all. But I have definitely noticed that. Ah! Shoplifter! Okay. I'll have to test out that sale thing. I don't have anything I want to put on sale at the moment. Hmm. I was just doing some research and I might have found a reason why my avatar is buggy. So I may test that out after I get off with you guys today. See if that helps. Oh, that was funny. I thought I heard someone snoring. It's like, wait, did someone fall asleep in the store? Is it me? Is it me? Am I the problem? I'm also gonna try to maybe do some more editing today and get some more shorts and like TikTok videos out today for you guys. Um, I meant to maybe do a couple while I was on vacation, but I did not. At first, it was because my computer wouldn't let me, and then I did a software update, and it was like, okay, you can, but I didn't have time at the moment. Oh yeah, I remember having to do stuff like that, where you had to wait for other folks before you could do your thing. If I ever decide to do any other like classes for anything, I definitely want them to be online because like I experienced in the same college experience, I had like the in-person stuff and then I had a couple classes that were online. Oh my gosh, I love the online stuff. It's so chill, because most of the time they're just like, here's all the assignments for the course. Do them at your leisure. They just have to be done by this date. I don't remember which classes I took online. It was like a couple obscure ones. but it was awesome. Yeah, that's a decent amount of pointage on that. Oh goodness, what is this? I keep seeing severe weather alerts for our area on the Facebook. Let me see. That is a lot of points. Excuse me. Hmm. Yeah, we keep having like storm watches because like we put my car in the garage while we were on vacation because there was potentially going to be a storm, and now it's saying there might be stuff tomorrow. So I don't know how accurate that is because it does look like, at least on the weather thing that I use in terms of tomorrow, that there's definitely going to be some raining happening. And of course, now that I'm no longer on vacation, the temperatures are going back down, which I'm hoping I'm also okay with that because while I was gone on vacation, a couple of my plants like shriveled up. They're not completely brown yet, but they're very dried out and like close to death. I'm hoping I can revive them because they were perfectly healthy when I left. But I know they haven't been in long enough to like establish their root system, so I'm going to be very upset if they die. Mm-hmm. Which if we get a bunch of rain, at least they'll get rain down there. But I don't know what happened to those two plants because they were healthy and fine when we left. And then we came back and saw them yesterday and they were like dry, like brittle dry, like not completely brown, but definitely like one shade from brown. So I'm really hoping I can revive them, but I don't know. Because I just planted them, I want to say like a week or two before we went on vacation. So they definitely probably haven't been in the ground long enough to establish themselves. So I'm going to be upset if those die and don't come back next year. Because that's why I plant perennials. For anyone that doesn't know, a perennial is a plant that you plant and it comes back every year, or it's supposed to. That's why I plant perennials, because I don't want to be in the garden bed every year planting stuff. I want to do it once and be done with it. Now I'm about to just say F it and, get more of the stuff that I know just grows forever. Okay. Da 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 da. Okay. But I really like those plants that I planted, and I would like them to still be there. I was so upset when I came home and saw that they were looking the way they were looking. It's like, no, don't do this to me. Orange juice. But yeah, with the storm thing, it's so hard to tell anymore because I feel like especially if it's like spring, early summertime, which is like the bigger storm season, I feel like every time there's going to be any kind of hint of anything, they're like, it's going to be a major storm. There's going to be, and we're paranoid since a couple years ago we did have a massive storm that had like a massive amount of hail and we all got massive hail damage. I think we're all paranoid, and all these storms will be like, oh yeah, there's gonna be like golf ball sized hail, and it's like Jesus. So then we all freak out. And I mean, luckily, most of the time, knock wood, but most of the time that happens, like it turns out to be nothing. Or maybe we get, because we had one a couple weeks ago, it was, and we didn't get hail, but it was like major wind, and like there was it a tornado or a funnel? I'm not sure, but it touched down like near where we live. But we got like 5-10 minutes of high wind, and then that was it. But it was enough to kick our sirens off and everything. So, mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm definitely not saying the hail's not happening, but they'll say it's supposed to happen in our area, and then we're like sitting there with bated breath, like, please don't, and then nothing. And I'm okay with that. Don't get me wrong. I don't want it. They can keep it. But yeah, we put my car in the garage just for safety because we didn't want Spirit to have to potentially do that. We decided since she was helping with the house and everything while we were gone. Oh no. Yeah, I saw a video about, which would be unfortunate. I never would have thought about it before. I saw a video about people that were in the St. Louis Arch doing a tour when the tornado hit, and I was like, "Oh God, that's terrible." Yeah, I don't want to do that, especially considering like we had such an adventure getting our house completely repaired um from the last storm. Like when was that we finished? I think it was beginning of 2024, like March or April, we finally finished getting our house repaired after like a whole year and some change that since it happened or whatever. It was ridiculous because we had to change contractors in the middle and blah blah blah. And I don't want to have to deal with that again, honestly. Not for a good while. Like, yay for having a new roof and stuff, but yeah, I don't want to deal with that again for a bit. So if the hail could just hold off, I would appreciate it. Please and thanks. But yeah, what a horrible time to be in the St. Louis Arch. And I'm sure they didn't plan for that. I'm sure they went up there, and because that's how it be with tornadoes and stuff. They just, I mean, there you get warning that there could be some near, but you don't know for sure. That's some Final Destination type stuff. I'm glad they're okay. Or imagine if you were doing. Have you guys seen videos of those people that? Right, exactly. Have you guys seen videos of those people that do like the in the air dining, where it's like a dining table and like you're strapped to the chair and like there's nothing under you and you're just up there eating? Have you guys seen those? Imagine if you were in the middle of doing that while there was an active tornado. Oh my god. The way I would just crawl up into myself if I was in that, which I would never do that because I have an extreme fear of heights, so I'm not letting myself be suspended in midair for X amount of time. But oh my god, that would be terrifying. Well, that's good that nobody or no animals were hurt at the zoo. That's a good thing. But yeah, I don't remember what that's called. Because there's a name for that dining when you're in the air and stuff. It's like, no, thank you. Oh no. Well, hopefully they can get that fixed. All the butterflies probably had little heart attacks. They were probably like, oh my god, what's happening to our home? Oh, I'm not close enough. There we go. Poor, poor butterflies. That is extra chicken. Going to the extra chicken place. There we go. Whew, pardon me. Oh, that's awesome. That's good that they have a backup place for them to stay at least. Oh, where's this pizza go? I forgot. Over here? Maybe? Yeah. We are full of the pizza. This is extra pizza. There we go. Sir, excuse you. Excuse you. Get out of my face. Yeah, I must be tripping. I don't know if it's background noise on here that I've never noticed, but I keep thinking I hear singing or like people talking. And I don't have any videos playing in any like web tabs or anything, so it's got to be something in the game. I think I'm tripping. Oh, I hate that when you only have one left. This is extra. Extra, extra. I need to go back and look through. I think I said this before, but as I've been looking through old videos for, clips for TikToks and YouTube shorts and stuff, there's a lot of games that like we played a couple times and never went back to them. And it's not because I hated them or anything. I guess we just forgot. Not counting like some of the old retro games I was running on an emulator because those are an issue. Some of those just don't work well, unfortunately. I wish they did, but they just don't run well. And it probably has to do with what they're being run through, would be my guess. All right, let's do our shift. I think our last shift for today, because Prometheus and I got to go pick up some groceries here in a bit. No, we're still here. Something happened on your end? Let me see here. Yep, looks like it's. Oh, let me see. Oh no. Uh oh, guys. Oh yeah, it does. Oh no. What the heck happened? Oh, oh god. Okay. Oh no. Geez, good thing we do a backup recording. I don't know what happened, guys. I didn't see anything on my end because usually it'll reset my clock too. Uh-oh. Well, shoot, y'all. I'm sorry. What a way to come back today. I don't know what happened there, guys. How odd. Yeah, no kidding. Well, that's weird, y'all. I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. Because that usually doesn't happen to me. We definitely have to work on which, I don't know, Prometheus and I might have to see if we can get some help and maybe get it done to get our internet wired. Because for the most part, everything works okay, but every once in a while, maybe, I don't know. Because, yeah, usually when it does that, well, they can poo poo on themselves. It'll be alright. But usually when that does that, it'll reset my timer too on my software, and nothing happened. Very interesting. Interesting indeed. Well, I'm sorry, guys. Anyone that wanted to watch the full stream without disruptions, since apparently it's not going to be on Twitch in full capacity, we're going to put it on YouTube. So please, right? How dare I come back 14 hours early? Which it didn't prevent me from streaming, or I would have flipped the toggle to turn vacation mode off. Very odd. But yeah, we're gonna put it on the YouTube. So please pop over to the YouTube if you want to watch the whole thing without disruptions. I'm so sorry. Okay. I don't know what I was checking. Ah! So many bing bongs happening. Yep, because there's that coming up again. So I guess it'll probably have like two separate videos on the Twitch now. Right? It's like, really? Really, stream? We were almost finished for the day. You couldn't have hung on for like another 15, 20 minutes? However long it takes to run these shifts? I don't know. Whoop. Oh, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Oh, okay. Thank you. But but yeah, that is a pain in the patoot. I don't know what happened there at all. How dare. Like, how dare you? Ah! Yeah, shoplifters. Good lord. Things be happening right now. My goodness. Everything's happening all at once. Yep, we'll take a look. Um, gosh, that do be how it is. Oh my gosh. Prometheus and I went to we went to a couple of those secondhand like consignment stores. I found like a giant. I don't know if you guys have seen those, but you know how people will sell like the. I need to turn on the light. People will sell those jewelry jars just full of like costume jewelry and stuff. I bought like a $25 jar and I've dismantled all of the jewelry, almost all of it. Some of it I couldn't dismantle or I actually liked. Um, Dismantled it for project purposes. I got a lot of stuff now that I'm going to have to use. Which I need to get back on because, like, Spirit and I did a show at the beginning of May, and I started making a new type of item, and a few of them sold, which I was very happy about because I think they're awesome. Which Spirit and I will have to chat and see when we're doing our next one. Because I know my dad that joins us was asking about that. They are. They're like and we were discussing, and we don't recall seeing any other people at any of the places we've been selling this item. And it's just like, huh, I never thought of that before. They're such a cute little thing. If only your actual workday went by this quickly. Like you blink and 2 seconds later it's over. You're like, oh, thank God. That was a long day. Okay. Oh, wasn't paying attention there. Oops. Didn't want that. What am I feeling for tomorrow? I'm not sure yet, honestly. We'll have to see what the vibe is, I think. Because Monday streams are always just like, which way is the wind blowing? Because it really will probably depend on how much energy I have after work, since I always stream right after work. Um, so we will have to see what we're thinking. What the vibe is. It's like, do we need something chill and relaxed like this, or are we feeling a little more adventurous? It should hopefully be, unless I randomly forget like I did that one week. Should be the normal time, so afternoon. Get out, sir. We're closed. Get out of here. All right. Perfect. But yes, should be afternoon. But yeah, sorry y'all that happened. That we got a little blip. So now there'll probably be 2 videos up here. But like I said, I will try to post this full video uncut. Um, let's say like 3 Central Time if you haven't seen me by then. Otherwise, we should be good. But yep, I'm gonna go ahead and leave you guys for today. Like I said, we've got a couple errands to run, and I'm gonna try to do some edits and do some things. Try to get the video up today. But I plan to see you guys tomorrow, and I hope everyone has a good rest of your weekend. Bye, guys.